Hi everybody. Okay, I am back here today with a quick video on mixing dry china paint. When I had the class last week, the audio wasn't correct on Facebook, so I'm going to redo this video. So I'm going to demonstrate how I mix dry china paint. So let me get the camera down here. Okay. So I have a tile with some paint on it, but it's the color that I'm going to mix. I don't have enough paint here to do the heads that I'm going to do here later on in a separate video. So I'm just going to mix the same color up on the tile. I normally would not mix colors together, but this is actually the same color. So I can mix it all together when I'm done. So what I am mixing here is actually Karen Buttagee's paint. This is Cheek Tone number 2 Tea Rose, and I'm mixing that paint to apply a wash to my large Belle FG head and my 3-foot Lady Grace head and my Dolls Park Hooray head. Now, I will be applying the washes in a separate video, so check back. That video will also be uploaded here soon. So I've applied the dry china paint onto the tile. I need a palette knife. Hopefully my train that's going by in the background isn't too noisy. I have the window open. Okay. I use 2 mediums when I paint. My favorite mediums are Karen Buttagee's medium number 1 and magic medium. Medium number 1 is what I'm going to mix. That's this one. Medium number 1 is what I'm going to mix the dry china paint with. So I'm going to take my medium off to the side over here, add some on the tile, and move that out of the way so it's not covering things. Okay, so I'm going to take a few drops of it and start adding it in to the dry china paint. Now I don't want to make this too wet too fast, so I'm just going to add a little bit at a time and start mixing it together. But I want the paint to be very stiff as I'm mixing. If I apply too much medium at once, it will make it more difficult to get it totally ground, all those little particles totally ground up. So I don't want to add too much too soon. Okay, so I'm going to use my palette knife, which this is a very well-used palette knife. Only palette knife I've ever used in my 41 years of painting. Very flexible. They truthfully don't make them like this anymore. They're just not as good as what this one is. Okay, so I'm mixing as much as I possibly can in the dry stage. Okay, now since I already have this paint on the tile, I'm going to go ahead and mix this all in together. So I'm grinding this all together, making sure I'm getting all the dry particles from all over the tile and working it all in. Okay, now I'm going to work on getting it gathered up into the corner here. So hold on, I need a paper towel. I forgot to grab that. Okay. So I want to try and move as much of this paint as I can over here into the corner. And then I'm going to totally clean this tile off so I don't have any extra medium that runs in it. And I want all those extra little granules that I might have missed. I don't want those floating around that I end up picking up on the sponge. Okay, so then I'm going to make sure my tile's totally clean. Now, if I was sitting down to do all my facial features and I needed more than one color, I would take another clean tile, mix my paint over here, and then transfer it to this one. The tile that I'm actually going to paint off of, that I'm going to dip my brush in, I don't want to be mixing paint on that tile. I want to mix it up on another one, move it over to this one, and then I'm ready to paint from my various colors. So the consistency I ended up with here, so you can see, is drippy, but not extremely runny. As I go to apply it on the head to apply the wash, I will be dipping the sponge in medium and then thinning the paint down as I go. The wash paint needs to be, like this, pretty runny. My other colors that I would mix up, I'm going to mix up a little bit thicker, like for my eyebrows and my eyeshadow, lip color, cheek color. I'm going to mix them a little bit thicker than what I did this wash paint. And then I will just thin it down with the brush as I need it. But the wash needs to be pretty thin anyway. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video on applying the wash on a couple of heads here. So, okay, that is it for now. Thanks a lot and see y'all soon. Bye.